What's going on, guys? This is Matt here. I just want to preface this video by just saying I'm not a licensed dietitian, I'm not a doctor, I'm not any of that. I'm just a professional athlete who has done a lot of research on healthy foods and through experience and also through research and talking to dietitians, I've come up with this list of foods that many people think are healthy, and it's really not healthy at all. I also want to say that I'm not perfect. It's not like I never eat these foods. I've eaten these foods lots of times before, and I even still eat some of these, but it's just good to know, to have the knowledge that they're not healthy for you, or they're not as healthy as they say they are. So let's just hop right into it. The number one thing that everybody thinks is healthy, and it promotes the crap out that it is healthy, is these pre-made smoothies. If you read it and you look at it, you think it's so healthy, 100% juice smoothie, no sugar added, non-GMO. It's all about naked, natural flavors. And it definitely is better than drinking a Coke. It's definitely gonna be better than that. However, this thing is just sugar in the bottle, and it just claims to have all these fruits inside of it when it really doesn't. Like it says, 5 blackberries, 4 raspberries, 4 strawberries, 3.5 apples, and a half a banana. And you think that you're getting all that into you, but you're really not. You might be getting some of the vitamins and minerals, but it's just 50 grams of sugar, 49 grams of sugar in this one bottle with 0 dietary fiber at all. That means you're not getting any of the actual apple. You're not getting the real stuff. They're just squeezing it, they're taking the sugary juice, and they're putting it in this thing. And then they market it to say that you're eating all this healthy food when you really aren't. A healthier alternative is if you make the smoothie yourself. Let's say you don't even like eating fruit. If you get the real fruit, the skin, and the fiber in the fruit, it's going to take away from that sugar. It's going to help that sugar dissolve slowly, and you're not going to get that insulin spike that you would by consuming one of these sugary things of death. Now, if you make your own smoothie and you actually grab 5 blackberries, 4 raspberries, 4 strawberries, 3.5 apples, and half a banana, and you put it in a blender and you blend it up with some ice and maybe some protein powder in there, that is a fantastic smoothie because it actually has the fiber in all these fruits. This does not. Staying on the subject of drinks, Powerade, Snapple, and any type of fruit juice. You read these things, you see orange on the top, you see natural, you see 100% orange juice, calcium and vitamin D. Same with Powerade. They're marketed towards athletes. You think they're great. You think that this is a healthy drink. The Snapple, all the same stuff. Like it has made from the best stuff on earth, all natural. Punch it up. It's from concentrate and naturally flavored, and you're thinking that when you see these are healthier alternatives than soda. And yes, they are slightly healthier than drinking a Coca-Cola or whatever. However, this fruit juice, the same exact thing as the smoothie, it has 0 fiber. So if you actually eat 2-3 oranges and you get the same sugar that's in here, which is 34 grams of sugar in this tiny little bottle, if you actually eat 34 grams of sugar that are loaded in an actual orange, you're getting so much fiber, and that fiber is slowing down that sugar so it's not spiking up your insulin and causing diabetes and all that stuff. Don't drink fruit juice, even if it has no sugar added. It's healthier than having sugar added, but it's still very bad for you. Powerade. This is great if you are playing in a game or if you're doing like in actual working out, because it has very simple carbs and sugars that can be broken down by your body that can be used for energy, and I drink this when I play games. However, I see tons of athletes going home on the couch, watching TV, and drinking this full thing of Powerade, thinking that they're fueling their body and being healthy, when in reality, they're guzzling down 2.5 servings of 21 grams of sugar, which is 54 grams of sugar. 50 grams of sugar plus just in this thing, and they're guzzling it down, and it's going to be terrible because your body's not actually burning that while you're playing. Your body's not depleted of glycogen. It's going to be terrible if you just drink this when you're sitting down. I never drink Gatorade, Powerade ever when I'm not playing an actual game. Snapple, although it might come from natural flavors, it still has 47 grams of sugar in this thing from one little bottle. It's terrible. Some things that I drink instead of this sugary disaster is chocolate milk. I know there's a ton of sugar in chocolate milk, and I know that just the idea of milk has some controversy behind it. However, it's very good for athletes, especially after a practice or game, because it's loaded with protein. And again, the protein slows down that consumption of all the sugar in the chocolate milk, and you're not going to get that same insulin spike that you would get with these. I don't want you to be guzzling down a gallon of chocolate milk every single day, because then you're just getting all the same sugar, but it is going to be slightly better than this stuff. So we've covered the drinks, and this goes with apple juice, pomegranate juice, every other juice that goes along with it. If it doesn't have fiber and you don't blend the actual fruits themselves and you see the actual fruits being blended and keeping their fiber, stay away from it. Let's move on to some breakfast foods now. Honey Nut Cheerios and pretty much any other sugary cereal food. It comes off that it's very healthy. You always see in commercials that kids, a healthy diet, you need to have breakfast. And there are very, very good cereals out there. And for example, the normal Cheerios is a great cereal to have with very, very low sugar and very good vitamins, minerals, and just heart healthy, all that stuff combined. However, Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, all that stuff is loaded with sugar. It is loaded with it. There is 9 grams of sugar in here for 3/4 of a cup. This is 1 cup. This is a tiny bowl. When I have cereal, I have a huge bowl of it, probably about 4 or 5 servings. So if you're a normal teenager, or however old you are, and you have 3 or 4 big bowls of cereal, you're doing the same stuff and getting like 50 grams of sugar. And again, it's just not that good. Like I said, Cheerios is a really, really great alternative. It has tons and tons of vitamins and minerals. It really is heart healthy. It has good carbohydrates. It has not that much fat, and 1 gram of sugar for a bowl, which is really pretty good. That's probably the best you're gonna get out of any type of cereal. So just be aware. Be aware of this difference of Honey Nut Cheerios versus Cheerios. And I know Honey Nut Cheerios taste 10 times better, believe me, I know. But this is gonna be so much better for you just as an athlete in general. Another huge breakfast food that I see a ton of athletes kind of like misinterpreting is oatmeal. So this Quaker brown sugar, maple brown sugar, I'm not gonna lie, I have this for breakfast a lot at the team. It's there and it tastes so good. However, in this tiny little serving, there is 14 grams of sugar. So it's not terrible, but there is a decent amount of sugar for a very, very small amount of actual oatmeal. So if you have a big bowl of this instant flavored oatmeal, you really are ingesting a ton of sugar along with it. What's healthier is getting just normal oatmeal, unflavored, steel cut oats, and then maybe adding some fruit in there like banana, maybe some cinnamon. So it's a very, very healthy bowl of oatmeal that looks the same, but it's gonna affect your body much, much differently. Another breakfast food that I see a lot is yogurt. So this normal yogurt thing has 18 grams of sugar in this tiny little container. There is 6 grams of protein in here, which is definitely gonna offset a ton of that sugar and help you digest it slower. But it's hard, because if every single morning you're doing your maple brown sugar with your yogurt and your orange juice, which looks on the surface like a very healthy meal, you're really getting in total 70 grams of sugar for no food at all. This would not fill me up, but you're gonna get 70 grams of sugar. I try not to consume 70 grams of sugar in my entire day. I try to stay under like 50. That's what I really try to do. And even 50 grams of sugar is a lot of sugar. A healthier alternative to this normal yogurt is just kind of unflavored Greek yogurt and putting that into a smoothie. So if you get your bananas from, instead of drinking this, you get all the same fruit, the blackberries, the raspberries, strawberries, apples, and banana, you put it in a blender with some unsweetened Greek yogurt and some protein powder. That is a great, great alternative to having this. It's completely different, but on the surface, it can look very similar. As for snack foods, the chewy bars or the Cliff bars, the protein bars that you're gonna see a ton, on the surface again look very healthy. You get like people hiking, you see people climbing mountains on the cover, but then there's loaded with sugar, and again, they just don't have that much to give you. Especially the better tasting ones, like the chewy, the dip chewy ones, the more chocolate, the more stuff you're gonna see, the worse it is for you. Now, one of these bars only has 7 grams of sugar, but there's no fiber. And look how tiny one of these bars is. This tiny little bar. I could eat like this whole box of 10 of them. So it's not gonna be the worst thing. There's only 7 grams of sugar, 0 fiber, but the thing that I don't like about it is they just try to appear like they're so healthy. Cliff bars make it seem like they are the best snack to have for athletes. In reality, it's just a sugary bar that has decent protein in it and other macronutrients and micronutrients that are decent at best. Now, if you want to look for a healthier option besides this and you want it in a bar form, look for a protein bar with lower sugar, higher protein, and higher fiber contents. This is just a low protein, low fiber, sugary bar that's really not going to benefit athletes that much. Finally, the iceberg lettuce Caesar salad. Now this salad on the surface looks great. If you have this for lunch in school, people are going to make fun of you for being healthy. I guarantee it. This romaine lettuce has very, very little nutrients in it. It doesn't have that many vitamins and minerals like spinach or kale does, something that it's more nutrient dense. This is just not going to give you that much nutrients. And then the Caesar salad dressing is loaded with fat, loaded with fat. There is 30 grams of fat just in here, which is 45% of your daily value, just in this salad. So it would appear on the surface, again, to have a very healthy option. However, it is not that good for an athlete looking for good macro and micronutrients. A healthier alternative is to actually make your own salad with kale and spinach, nutrient-dense leaves, and then you put in lots of vegetables, carrots, and tomatoes, and you load that bad boy up. And then instead of putting on this fatty Caesar salad dressing, maybe put on some vinaigrette or something with very, very low fats or very low sugar that's going to be much, much better for you. So I want you to imagine this day and really imagine that on the surface it looks very, very healthy. For breakfast, you have your maple brown sugar and your Yoplait yogurt with your orange juice. For lunch, you're having a full Caesar salad with a naked smoothie juice and 2 chewy bars. Maybe sometime during your day, like during school, you'll have a Snapple. When you get home from school, you're hungry, so you pour yourself a bowl of Honey Nut Cheerios and some Powerade. On the surface, this looks great, and it could be mistaken for very, very healthy meals. And if you ask somebody, and you ask, how healthy am I eating, and you give them this, they might say, you're doing great. If this is your meal, and you eat this all in the day, you will have consumed 251 grams of sugar before dinner. Try to keep your sugar consumption below 50 grams a day, because the two worst things for an athlete is alcohol and sugar. It's going to be the worst for your body, it's going to be the worst for developing muscle, it's going to be the worst for fueling it for games. Sugar and alcohol. And again, like I said in this video, it doesn't mean that you could never eat any of this stuff. I'm just trying to educate you so that you know when you have this orange juice, it's a treat. And it's not going to be that great for your body. You're not helping your body out by giving it a ton of like eating 5 oranges. You're just going to have a little bit of vitamins and minerals, but mainly you're doing a lot of sugar. So I just want to educate you and to help you understand, to help you identify the difference between a naked smoothie and a smoothie that you make yourself. Or Yoplait yogurt and unflavored Greek yogurt, or maple brown sugar oatmeal, or unflavored steel oats that you cook yourself, or Honey Nut Cheerios and Cheerios, or Powerade and water, or a low protein, low fiber sugary bar for a high fiber, high protein, less sugar bar, just to help you educate, help you start looking at the nutrition facts, and help you try to make better decisions for yourself. But believe me, I've been fooled by all this and have been fooled for a long time until I really started doing my research. So do your own research, talk to a doctor, talk to a nutritionist, talk to a dietitian, and really try to fuel your body so you can become the best athlete possible.